today. So the picture is changing slightly on Euro USD. We did get an opportunity to get in long, basically testing the highs again, but we now have a sort of two hanging men, two pin bars at a level. We've got an engulfing pattern, we've got an inside pattern. There's a lot happening on the 8 hour here, which is not filling me with much excitement that this move is going to continue. So I think this previous swing high here of 114231 is obviously a line in the sand right now. If we come down to the hour, you'll see we had a fairly decent opportunity here for a move back to test the highs, and now we're coming back down again. So what are we looking for? We're looking for these inside tails, and that's my zone. It covers most of them. There's my first inside tail. There's a couple here. There's one here. There's one there, and there's one here. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for price to come back onto an inside tail. And obviously this group of inside tails here has broken to the downside. So I wouldn't be bothered with that. I think just looking at things at the moment, unless we get a pretty good bit of price action off these levels for another move to the upside, in other words, forming us a range here, using one of these levels as the bottom of the range, I think I'll kind of keep my money in my pocket. So just wait to see what happens during European Open. I think you can always use a London opening strategy, which is look for the first 7 bars from when the market opened, and that's on the hour. Use that as your range. Break above it, you're long. Break below it, you're short. I wouldn't be shorting this at the moment. I still think it is a bit of congestion for a break to the upside, but I have a feeling we're just going to muck around like this today. So you're going to be buying off here and selling in this area again. It doesn't fill me with much conviction at the moment, so I think we're going to be watching that. Another one which just popped up, one of you guys pointed it out in the comments, was Aussie dollar, US dollar. Pretty much a similar situation to Euro USD. Difference is it does look a bit more, a little bit stronger. So it's going to put this level in here. So this is the current breakout here, and then there is another breakout which is busy happening right here. So I've got that inside tail there, and then I've got these inside tails. Those are my two levels. So you can see we're basically testing the previous highs. Sellers are coming in, trying to drive it back down. So I'd be interested to see what happens here at 0.70147. But I think a better opportunity will be further down at 0.70. 0.46. So 0.70 I think is probably the good one to look at. Let me just see if this next level rounds it off for us. Yeah, 0.70. So 0.70 area would for me be a decent area to pull back into and buy off. This looks a little bit better than Euro USD, just by the way. So I forget who it was that mentioned it, but thanks for the heads up on that. We'll definitely add that to my watch list as well. So this is also looking for longs, just looking for structure. Come back onto support so we can buy off support. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. We were looking for the pullback onto structure. We got the pullback onto structure, and it offered a great opportunity to buy. There's my structure. There's my inside tail. Okay, came back onto the inside tail and offered a fairly decent trade. There was pin bars there, inside bars, a whole lot of inside bars here. Another pin bar off that level before moving up. So it did take a while to get going, but it did offer a fairly decent trade to the upside. Now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a retest of a breakout level. This is the most logical one. So I'm looking for a pullback onto 0.65824, get back onto that area, possibly even a little deeper. We could drop all the way down to this area here as well, which is 0.65735. But regardless, I'm looking for a pullback onto structure, and then I'm looking for similar kind of price action. And you can probably, take 15, 20, 30 minutes once you've got your levels and just watch for the price action there. But you can see it works quite fine on an hour as well. Gives you a fairly good trade in here. Would have maybe stressed you out a bit, looking for a break of that. Then another lesson in stop losses. You don't want to be too tight below there. Rather look further left and look for the next area. That makes sense. So there's structure there. So I would have I would have taken a 300-point stop loss on this, to be honest. Pretty much a one-to-one trade. I think the key here is that has broken. Okay, so this channel flag has broken, and we haven't retested. We've had a 1 bar retest, so it's very possible to come back onto one of these levels here and offer an entry to the long side. Euro Swiss franc, similar scenario. We got the breakout, and a bit messy on the entry, but that was a logical entry. And then there is an inside tail there, which is exactly where it went to. Okay, and you can see it ties up with some tails to the left. So it broke out, came back to test it, gave you the opportunity to buy. And we are now forming up another flag. Okay, you can see there it is there. Broke out, came back, inside bar, perfect setup for an opportunity to the long side, and away it went. We're now going a bit sideways at the moment, so what we're looking for is pullbacks. We're looking for pullbacks onto structure. Where is my first logical area? Is there. My second logical area is these Brooks gaps here, right over there. And those are pretty solid, as you can see. Buyer stepped in off that area. So I still would like to see a pullback onto that area. If we do get through that, then you can look a bit deeper here. There's another level further down. So let's start at the bottom here. That would be 1.07043, 107,236, and then 107,337. So that's definitely an opportunity. And just bear in mind that you also have a breakout and retest of a flag underway. Breakout, retest, rallying, and now we're in the Asian session, which is just going sideways at the moment, which is pretty normal. So you can also, if you don't get onto structure, you can look for the breakout up here and then retest that area for the moves to the upside. So anyway, there's still opportunity there to the upside. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. I took this trade yesterday. And there are two levels. That's the first level. And there's the second level. So there's my swing low. There's my other swing lows. Classic onto that environment. You can see pretty strong move into that environment and then start being a little bit choppy and basically breaking up to the upside. Okay, what I'm looking for here is you're probably going to find a take profit area for these longs right over here, 069528. And then what you're looking for is pullback onto structure. And at the moment, the only structure are these micro levels on the hour. So that is 069431 and 069463. So I don't quite particularly like this setup. I think I'd prefer Euro Swiss franc or Aussie Swiss franc out of the Swiss franc pairs right now. Those are the ones that I'd prefer because there's a little bit more structure for you to buy off. These are micro levels. I mean, the next really strong level is all the way down here. You look to the left, you can see that would be a pretty good entry, 069278. Okay, which also does make sense because it would be this trend line. Let's not call it a retest, but it'd definitely be some kind of a retest. Or alternatively, what you're looking at is that trend line retest. So anyway, I think this one just doesn't. It's not as appealing as the other two. Pretty much what I'm looking at. So out of the Forex pairs that I'm looking today, I think Aussie Swiss franc, Euro Swiss franc, and Aussie dollar USD are the three that I'll watch. Firstly, actively look for trades in those. These other two, keep an eye on them. But if nothing materialized, nothing lost. think those are the three that we're looking at today. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps you somewhat, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.